Okay, class 11th, good afternoon and welcome to our today's virtual class. Actually, we are today starting with the last chapter of our syllabus named as Training and Doping in Sports. Clear? Training is a different aspect in the sports and the doping is a different aspect in the sports. Step by step, we are go through from the training, meaning, definition, concept, principles, warming up, leveling down, and after that we are go through from the doping, types of doping, prohibited substances in the sports, and what is the bad effects of the doping in the sports. So this is the brief summary regarding your this chapter number 10. Today we are going to start with our first topic of this particular chapter named as meaning, definition and concept of sports training. Clear? Simple one. So first of all, Bacha Party comes to the meaning of training in sports. The training is a process of preparing an athlete for any event or an activity or a job. It means training is a simple process of preparing to an athlete for an event and to prepare a journal or a non-sports person for an activity as well as for a job. Clear? But nowadays, sports training is not just a term, but it is very important for the competitions at different levels. In this particular line, very clearly mentioned that training is just not a term. It's not just a term. कि training बोल दे तो हो गया. No, it is very important, especially for nowadays, because there are so many different levels. There are competitions at the different levels. Clear? So this is the meaning of training in sports. Now come to the few definitions of sports training. First definition, which is given by Matthew. Sports training is the basic form of preparation of a sports person. It means training is a base, or a sports training is the basic or the base for preparation of a sports person. Clear? Come to the second definition, that is given by Martin. Sports training is a planned and controlled process of achieving goals. Means training is a planned as well as a controlled process to achieving any goals, specifically in sports, because we are talking about the sports training, in which changes of motor performance and behavior are made through measures of content, methods and organizations. Meaning to say, it is a process of changing in a motor performance. Motor performance means running, throwing, jumping and behavior. Behavior is also an important part of the training, are made through measures of content, methods and organization. Mean to say, to measure the training, content of methods, what kind of methods we are utilizing in training and how we are going to organize the training. This is the another definition of sports training given by Martin. Clear? Now come to the concept of sports training. Training method consists of training periods in which it splits in training sessions and training schedules. Mean to say, training method consists of training periods. हम जैसे आपका UT1 करवा दिया, फिर हाफ ईयरली करवाया, फिर UT2 करवाया, and after that we are go through from the finals. That is the training periods in which it splits in training sessions and training schedules. Clear? In these training periods, workload is performed in sessions and schedules. In this training period, workload is performed in sessions and schedules. जो भी आपने session assume किया है, जो schedule आपने उस training के लिए बनाया है, that should be consist in a particular training period, in which it is performed in a progressive way through macro, meso and micro cycles. So there is a progressive way of a sports training that is divided into three parts, that is known as macro, meso, micro cycles. Clear? Here we are having a diagram or a chart of sports training concept. Number one is preparatory part, in which the microcycle is comes, and this microcycles is divided into the month's work plan. It means the first sports training concept is preparatory part, which is known as the macrocycle, and macrocycle is basically based on month's workout plan. Come to the second part, that is competition part. Competition part is comes under the mesocycle, and it basically based on week's workout plan. Clear? And the third concept of the sports training, that is transitional part, or we can say the off season for a sports person, that comes under the microcycle, and this microcycle is depends upon a day's workout plan. Clear? So this is the meaning, definition and concept of sports training. Clear?